Odom, how are you? We have anybody else waiting in the chat? I saw that there was one person hanging out. So I came a couple minutes early. Hope everyone is well today. I'm looking to see what's going on the YouTube streets. If we've got anybody going live. Our friend William Downey was live.
Laying eggs.
I just hear Eric Lapointe. I'm checking out his channel. Leaving a little comment. He's got some great turtle videos up. I'm all about the turtle videos. One of my favorite things to film. Turtles are the zen creature of the wild. The low heart rate. They live a long time. They're always in that state of meditation. Amazing to see. We got lots of turtles in my area. Always see one at the pond. Pretty much up until October-ish, and then they dive down deep into the mud, into the bottom of the ponds. So yeah, William Downey was working out in Phoenix. He was working out at 8:30 in the morning, and it was already in the low to mid 90s, Phoenix, Arizona. Our friend Barb's in the house. Barb says hi. Blessings to all. I am EMG care emergency with Wolf. Talk to you later. Hey, yes, when you get a chance, please keep us posted. Sending out prayers, my friend. Very sorry to hear that. Thank you, Barb. And again, we got prayers going your way. Our friend Kay is here. Kay, how are you? How are the stepper workouts going? That was very innovative, an innovative choice. Impressive. Kay says hello to everyone in the chat, working and listening in. Appreciate that. So, I'm starting off slow. Again, I'm just going to see if anyone's up live so we can offer some support. Spinny Deuces 187 is live. Is a gamer? Well, no, when I say gamer, you know, you have people who just play games. That's one thing, and that's always pretty cool. But the best of them, and that would be Chill Gaming, and that would be Smitty Deuces 187. That would be Tokyo Gold King. Those guys, they make it entertaining, inviting. So, I'm gonna do a quick hi. I'm gonna share him out. And you know, gaming's pretty intense. You don't realize it. I don't realize it, not being a gamer. You can hear it going on. So I'm just going to share him out. And then we'll get back to the chat. There we go. Let's leave him up for some watch hours. But we'll turn the volume down. I see Smitty's got Nightbot. What do you guys know about Nightbot? What is the difference between Nightbot and the, what's the other one? I don't even remember the name of it. Hey, William is here. William, I was just talking about you. William says, hello, Yogi. Glad to see you earlier. Glad you got out in the garage early. I was just telling everyone that it was in the low to mid 90s when you were working out. And that's actually on the cool side. So we got some hardcore people here. We got Cave Renee's Garden doing her stepper. Hold on, guys. I got a sneeze coming on. I've yet to sneeze on camera. Gonna see if I can avoid it without, being overly dramatic about it. I'm a little stuffed up. Allergies. I mentioned yesterday, or I mentioned earlier today, and I did a little video. We had a tornado touchdown right directly in my backyard. Barb says hi to William. Laradox says hello. Hello, Laradox. How are you? William says, yep, 114 to 116. So, William let me know in his chat he'd rather have 116 degrees than an occasional tornado in his backyard. And you know what? After last night, I can't say that I blame him. I was woken up with I use my phone as my alarm, but everything's turned off. Only emergency stuff can get in it, and my phone kept flashing. And right when I was going to sleep, and it woke me up, and I looked, and it said, wasn't a tornado watch, it was a tornado warning, haven't been spotted in the nearby area. And I thought, yeah, we occasionally get tornadoes, but I've never had one in my actual neighborhood. So should I ignore it? And then it went off again, and it was pretty threatening. So I thought I should go downstairs into the basement, even though, man, once I go to bed, I am loath to get out of bed. I've worked really hard to get my sleep schedule down packed. So I started going downstairs, and I thought I should take my cats with me. Cats don't like to be my cats. They were, I got them when they were 10, adopted cats, sisters, black cats, because nobody wanted them, and they were afraid if someone wanted one, that they might not want the other, and they'd been together for 10 years, again, they're sisters. So I thought, all right, I'll go ahead and take care of them. And I enjoy them. Cats are cool. I like cats and dogs. People say, are you a cat person or a dog person? And my answer is yes. I'll take both at the same time. I'll take one, I'll take the other. But since my dogs passed away in 2019, I have two of them. One in 2018, one a year later. I haven't had the heart to get another dog. I have a loner dog, Misty. Mocha's dog comes over almost every day. Those are the best kind of dogs. They come over, I get to walk her, play with her, take care of her, and then I give her back to Mocha, and I see her again the next day. So I realized my cats weren't going to go down in the basement. And man, that would be pretty rotten of me to retreat to the basement and leave my cats to face a hurricane or face a tornado by themselves. So I thought, you know what? If my cats are going down, I'm going down with them. And I stayed up. I went back. I got in bed. My cat came up and jumped in the bed. I was definitely nervous. And the next thing I know, there was a big, almost like a mini explosion. And trees started, they didn't topple over. A couple trees toppled over, but most of them snapped in half. Let's see, Laradox. Sorry, I'm behind. Laradox says, do you like my new logo? I do. I like the channel. I still like the suggestion of a young Christians channel, man. I think that's pretty cool. Barb says, I thank God in Jesus' name that you are safe. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Goldie says, hi, they love the people. William says, any sirens go off? Not when it was happening, but definitely after, and all through this morning. As a matter of fact, in a little bit, they're taking a break right now. You might hear some more people doing some tree removal. These are trees that I'm living in my house that I grew up in. After my divorce, I moved in, caregiver for my father, and then his critical caregiver towards the end of his life. And my brother and I inherited the house So this is the house we grew up in. These are the trees I've known forever. I filmed birds in them, squirrels, all kinds of stuff. And they just snapped right in half. So, again, Goldie says, hi there, lovely people. Hello there, lovely Goldie. Goldie said, never owned a dog. Yeah, some people, it's just not there. You know, I know lots of people who never owned a dog. They love dogs. They're appreciative of dogs. It just wasn't their calling to own one. Although I don't know if you ever own a dog. Might be the other way around. Hey, I watched William with his dogs this morning, and I can't say William owns those dogs. I think those dogs are the one calling the shots. Goldie says, did you make any videos of the damage? I did. I made one long shaky one as I was walking, and this was just on my immediate block, my backyard. So yeah, it's already up on Facebook. Not Facebook, sorry, YouTube. Man, I get my social media stuff mixed up. Barb says, do videos, your watch time will go up. I appreciate that. I'm going to start doing some short videos of me reading again. Reading from my blog. Let's see. John Doe says, what subject could you go on and on about? Hey, name a topic, and I probably could go on and on and on about it. I had an hour-long conversation with our friend back then. It is what it is. Now he's the Burpee Reaper, Lewis. I talked for about an hour and a half about football, which doesn't seem all that surprising. People talk about football all the time. I know absolutely nothing. I haven't watched a football game since 1980, probably. Pittsburgh Steelers, as I was born in Pittsburgh. But I know a little bit about certain players and certain teams. Like I can tell you a bit about 1965 to well, maybe earlier 65. Green Bay Packers from the mid to late 60s. I could tell you a little bit about the Steelers. I could tell you about the 71 Miami Dolphins. I could tell you about Larry Zonka, Jerry Kramer. I could talk about boxing, old boxing, although I haven't watched boxing in 30 years. And of course, yoga, meditation, science. I might have to make some stuff up when I talk about science. Hopefully, no one will call me out on it. Eric LaPointe is here. Barb says put on YouTube Shorts. Might be a little too long for a YouTube short. I was going to take your suggestion about doing the 90-minute or 90-second videos of me reading and see if how that plays out. Eric LaPointe, the turtle filmer extraordinaire. I think there's a future in turtle filming for Eric LaPointe. 2 awesome videos of turtles this morning. Goldie says, don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't want to. It's because I never owned my own house, and the landlord didn't allow a dog. That's the first time I was out to own a cat. Do you have a cat, Goldie? Everyone's saying hi to Eric LaPointe. Don't forget to check out Eric LaPointe's Turtles. And while you're checking out the turtles, just stop in, say hi to the cows. Say hi to the cows for me. So, I think I gave John Doe a tiny taste of the fact that I can run on at the mouth for indefinite periods of time on lots of stuff. And I'm always happy, you know, if you throw something out there. If you throw something out there that, hey, we could talk old school bodybuilding, old school powerlifting, a little bit of Olympic weightlifting. I absolutely love Olympic weightlifting. um, almost anything fitness, ultra running. Lately, I've been doing a deep dive back into the Tao Te Ching. Um, this is after about 2 weeks ago, finishing up again. I go through it once a year, the Bhagavad Gita. Goldie says, yes, her name is Keisha, and she's 3 years old. Awesome. I do like cats. Um, I like their independence, and they come up and demand attention when they want it, and then they dismiss you and stroll away. At least the cats that I've had. Um, I co-reside very nicely with cats. Dogs are a little more demanding, as they should be. Um, they need that attention more because they are ever vigilant, protecting us from, I don't know, vacuum cleaners, uh, imaginary predators outside. But you know what? To this day, with a dog in the house, I have never been attacked by a vacuum cleaner, and I have never had an imaginary predator enter my house. So dogs, dogs serve their purpose. My one corgi hated the treadmill. Did not like me being on that treadmill at all because she couldn't protect me. I was on it, and it was making noise, and it was moving. Goldie says, to be entirely truthful, she's my daughter's cat. I think cats pick their people. Odom's back. Odom, how are you, my friend? How's the garden? How's the grapes? I think that's what Eric Lapointe might be interested in, how the grapes are doing. Eric Lapointe, do you have a garden every year? Goldie says, Keisha still considers me prey. That's funny. Now, I gotta admit, I don't like um, I don't like certain pets that don't feel like they should be pets. That, I don't like birds as pets. I just feel bad. Um, I mean, they're great. I love birds, parrots, and everything. I just feel like we've um, attempted to capture something that is better left in the wind and on a branch in the sky. Uh, Same with snakes, things like that. I prefer those animals to be in their habitat doing what they do. I don't I have no judgment if someone else, that's what they want. I just don't think I could do it for me. Goldie says, how are your grapes, Eric Lapointe? And how much time ago did you plant them? So we got 2 garden experts here. Actually 3, because we got Eric Lapointe. Hey, Eric, do you check out Kay Renee's garden? Tadosa Dan. Tadosa says hi. Tadosa, how are you, my friend? Appreciate you stopping by. Signature is here. Greetings from UK, my friend. And thumbs up. Greetings to you. I absolutely love my friends from Great Britain. They bring something special into the chat every time. Not just Great Britain, though. I absolutely love my friends from Romania. And we have 2, maybe more. Of course, the lovely Goldie and Relaxing. I haven't seen Relaxing for a little bit, although I've been on his channel. Barb says, need to allow birds to fly free. I agree, absolutely. And that's the feeling I get when I see them, that, we've attempted to make something ours that doesn't belong to us. Odom says it's good. Great, mostly okay. My oldest Concord grapes in the last year. What do you mean on their last year? I didn't know plants had a um, sort of an expiration date. I thought you could keep growing things like grapes almost indefinitely. Eric Point says probably 12 years ago. Eric Point says yes to CK all the time. Awesome. I absolutely love Kay's introduction. Uh, welcome my soil and fitness friends, fitness fam. Um, just sums up her channel perfectly. One, because she's warm and welcoming. Uh, literally feels like she's welcoming in her family, her closest friends. It's just great to spend time there. Um, and two, soil and fitness. It's a truth in advertising. This is what Kay's bringing to it. Goldie says, truthful signature, exhausted. Last 2 hours to go. Well, we're going to see if we can make it better for you. This is the last day for Goldie in a 6-day streak. And she put in a ton of 10-hour shifts. And I think, I know today is a 12-hour shift. And you had 2 more earlier in the week, 12-hour, or was it more than that? Odin wants to know what kind of grapes Erica Point has. Red grapes. I think red grapes are my favorite. I don't know, maybe. Golden grapes, really good too. Seedless, of course. Are you guys growing seedless or? Signature says you need rest, Goldie. Yep, hopefully tomorrow. She'll take that day off to rest, recover, restore. Odin's going to the trash can. Well, I'm glad you're having a chill day, Goldie. Odin says Blue Concord, I purchased last year, doing great. My grape Concord and green Concord sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Barb says type slow. I'm on the phone. Wolf is here at urgent care to get checked out. He's hard-headed. Yeah, many people are. My father was as well. My father got out of the hospital with pneumonia, and he was home for about 3 days. And he came in my little office, was complaining about pain in his side, lower side. And I said, should we go to the emergency room? And he said, no, I got an appointment with his primary care doctor in like a week or a little more, and he'll wait and ask her. And I said, well, he was 91. There's no sense you being in pain. There's no sense anyone being in pain if it can be avoided. It's absolutely no sense for a 91-year-old to be in pain and not have it checked out. But he was pretty insistent. He's like, nah, just out of the hospital. I don't want to go back to the doctors. And I said, well, we'll go. And we'll sit, we'll take it easy, we'll see how it goes. And finally he said yes, and we went. He had a septic gallbladder that burst as they were wheeling him back to take a look at. Had we waited, had he not gotten surgery almost immediately, the doctor said even when he was recovering that it was surprised that he survived, because someone at that age who was in, not advanced at the time, but he had congestive heart failure, just recovering from pneumonia. He had had a stroke several years before. The odds were against it, but my dad was tough. Dropped out of high school when he was 17 to join the Navy in World War II. Spent time in the South Pacific on a mine sweep. Eric Point says he has bad luck with his grapes all the time. Bugs. Remember my grandmother having grapevines, and it was always Japanese beetles. We were paid, I think it might have been like a penny for every Japanese beetle that we pulled off. We were supposed to put them in a bucket of vinegar, and even back then, I was 4 or 5 years old. I would sneak away and let them go. Of course, my grandmother saw, and she still gave me a penny, but I didn't have a heart to drop them into a vat of vinegar. Signature says hi to Odom. I like soil. I'm a new friend. Awesome. Glad you guys are connecting. Man, I didn't realize there were so many grapes. Odom says Niagara grapes, Blue Concord, and Carlos. Muscadine, doing great. Making more cuttings of them now. Our friend Dottie is here. Dottie, how are you? Yeah, so if you guys get the chance, you can check out the short, I think it's a 3-minute video of the tornado damage. First time ever having one in my backyard. When I was ultra running, I was always a little scared. We'd get a warning that there was a tornado warning, and nothing you can do when you're 20 some miles away from your house. Odom says, my pleasure, great channel. Dottie does have a great channel. All goes here. Let's see. Olga says, wait a minute, this is a different angle than usual. Is there a reason? Is it a different angle? It seems the same. I'm not doing anything different. Odom says, yes, still Japanese beetles are terrible for grapes. They're, I guess, Japanese beetle, they're an invasive species, right? So I'm going to bring up my desktop. One thing I've definitely noticed is having the live stream going on my desktop as well as on the phone helps me catch up. I get to skim ahead without breaking stride to see how far behind. I'm going to click on our friend Dottie's channel just to see what's going on. Dottie says, thank you so much, Odom. Means a lot. Dottie says she's very well. Been out working on the van all day. Hey, Dottie is up to 140 subscribers. And if anyone is not subscribed, definitely check her out. Dottie's another channel that she puts out awesome content because it's awesome content from her life. You can't say that it's a nature channel, although it features nature. You can't say that it's a van life channel, although it features vans. It's a Dottie channel, and those are the best channels. Being just about the people. Dottie says, I know, Eric, how amazing is that? It's absolutely amazing. And, you know, two people, always sounds sort of, I don't know, condescending if you say you're really proud of someone. But two people extremely proud of Dottie and Barb, both people who had some bad online experiences on YouTube. Literally being harassed to the point of wanting to give up. And both of them reached that point and then said, no, I'm not going to give up. That I can't no longer be chased, bullied, or pushed around by someone like this who just wants to be malicious. and they reclaim their space. Absolutely amazing. So I hope it doesn't sound condescending. So I say I'm proud, but I'm also inspired. I don't know if anyone's ever read Carlos Castaneda, uh, who uh, wrote a series of books on Toltec shamanism. His mentor, Don Juan. Helvetica. How was that? Scale of 1 to 5, Helvetica. I have my cheat sheet. I also had a cheat prompt. I had a recording. Someone helped me with that. Carlos Castaneda, from his mentor Don Juan, was told the importance of having a petty tyrant in our life. Everyone should have a petty tyrant. Someone who pushes our buttons. Someone who might even bully or scare or push us, because it teaches us so many important lessons that we see where we can push, and then we are able to do something about it. And Goldie did, as did Barb. Dottie says, I'm so glad I did restart, Eric. I've made some great friends here and love your channel and the lives. Thank you, Dottie. And I really cherish our friendship and your channel and your creativity. I got to remember to say it fast, Helvetica, and it might not always come out right every time. But hey, I got it. That is perfect and a 10 out of 10. On a scale of 1 to 5, I get a 10 out of 10. Doesn't get any better than that. So I'm going for the hat trick. I'm going for the perfect score. Never been done by me before. Helvetica from Bangladesh, who is friends with someone from Myanmar. 3 things. Never expect me to say that in a row like that again. I'm exhausted just trying it once. Honestly, after doing it, I feel like I should lay down and take a nap. I should probably meditate and recharge. The Godzilla's here. Hey, the Godzilla says that his figurines have arrived. It's a big day for the Godzilla. Especially because I didn't think you were expecting them for another couple weeks. So that's absolutely awesome. And they are on his channel. If you guys don't know, the Godzilla is a young friend. Very passionate about, guess what? Godzilla. But not just Godzilla. He had an awesome little Rodan, and he has a Mothra. Absolutely awesome. So I always feel, you know what, we got to support our young friends and our older friends and everyone in between. Milka McCarty is here. Milka was with me today surveying the tornado damage. Halavitka, I messed it up already. You know what? I went to the well once too often. It says nice to Godzilla. And heyo to Milka. Helvetica. Now I got it back. Godzilla says, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Hey, Adventure Nomad is here. Hello, my friend. How are you? Let's check out your channel. It's been a little bit since I've been there. Have you done any camping? Urban camping or the wild camping? Stealth camping was the word that you used. Tornado was in my backyard. Much of the neighborhood around me was, some branches came down. wind damage, but right in my immediate neighborhood, trees were uprooted and snapped in half. I've seen, uprooted trees, but the trees that are snapped in half, man, that awesome power. Godzilla has to step away. He'll be back. Bertinoba says, hello, I'm fine. How are you? And nothing new on my channel. Well, I'm going to keep checking in. I hope you get a chance to at least, get out and do the stuff that you love. Helvetica says, went from 1010 to 010, then 1010 again. Yeah, sometimes it'll still elude me. Elude? Elude. We'll figure it out. Godzilla's back. Manish says, I'm from India. Awesome. Birthplace of yoga. Hates out life. Life is pretty good. Welcome. Definitely the birthplace of yoga. Birthplace of so much. Actually. You will appreciate seeing, my friend, my ever-present copy of the Bhagavad Gita. Of course, I do have the Dhammapada, as well as a copy of the Tao Te Ching. But you know what? Even, of course, the Dhammapada, with the Buddha being Indian, and Buddhism thrived in India for quite some time. Mocha says, lewd. And she said, yeah, not just trees. Large trees snap like toothpicks. Fortunately, no damage to houses. One tree fell right in front of a house. The guy can't get out of his house, my neighbor, because the tree is propped up against the screen door. Helvetica says to Manish that he's from Bangladesh. The Godzilla says, I can't wait for a specific REM, the movie. What's the movie about? I haven't heard of that. Helvetica says it's pronounced Manish. And he's pretty sure he's correct. I imagine you are. So Godzilla, I'm looking forward to checking out your channel and seeing the figurines. Hey, well, we still have a few people here. I want to mention our friend Salina and her sister Dana. Haven't heard from them for a while. So no update, but I know for sure that Dana needs our prayers, and I know for sure that Salina, as her caregiver, definitely needs our prayer. So prayers, energy, thoughts, love, good vibes, whatever you can put out. Of course, our friend Dagmar. Dagmar doesn't often visit, but man, has she helped me considerably. And I try to return the favor. Her father passed away, so sending prayers in her direction. Manish. Hey, so I think I was right. Right? Manish and Nair, like the hair removal brand. Godzilla says it's about caduceus big monsters and jaggers big robots fighting. Wow, definitely sounds action packed. When does that come out? Helvetica says, so I was correct. Is like ma. Uh, I will do my best to pronounce it correctly. I can't guarantee that I will, but I mean no disrespect whatsoever, my friend, if I do mispronounce it. So, yeah, and of course, if there's anyone else in our community, if there's anyone else, friends of a friend, anyone that that needs that kind of good intention set out, just introduce it into the conversation, guys, and all of us can just take just a moment. It doesn't even have to be a noticeable moment. We just, a silent bow, offering love to someone who is in need of a little extra right now. Sorry, guys, I'm looking at something. And on a different note than that, I was going to share my watch hours in a minute. Minish says, prayers to everyone you mentioned, wishing them well. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. The J. Jordan is here. The multi-talented. The J. Jordan. The multi-talented, the J. I mentioned before. Hey, one thing I should mention. I hope everyone is subscribed to the J. What a positive force. The J. Jordan is a positive force of nature. Not quite human, I think, because he steps it up like no one else can step it up. Just a great source of creativity and a huge inspiration for me and my channel. One of the reasons why I decided to, it's a great thing to talk about because I was about to talk about my watch hours. One of the reasons why I decided to sort of step up a YouTube presence, because watching the J do nothing else other than being the J Jordan, which was enough to have a wonderful channel. And although I don't have the charisma, the looks, and the talent of the J Jordan, I can be me, and that's enough. That was enough for me to be inspired and just say, you know what, I'm going to do my thing on YouTube and see what happens. And that's when I started going live. So I am going live really directly responsible to people. Really more, but the two big ones, the J Jordan and our friend Reverend Terminator. Reverend doesn't really do live stuff, but when he's on a streak, there is no greater creator of content than Reverend Terminator. Bar none. So Godzilla says the third film is in 225, but it's getting a lot of hate for no reason. Yeah, that's always too bad when people do that. They don't even know the whole movie yet. Maybe they've seen previews, but to put that hate out there. The Burpee Reaper. Speaking of one of a kinds, the Burpee Reaper, the champ, Mr. Five Pump, in the house. Helvetica says to Manish Nair, where in India do you live, friend? The J says, thank you very much for the kind words. You're welcome, my friend. And, again, I thank you every time you come into the chat. Just thank you for that inspiration. And that continued doing what you do. Amazing thing is, he's coming off surgery and he has not missed a step. He's crazy. He's crazy. The J. Jordan says, you're doing great over here. Just a Yogi. Thank you for that. That's, for me, that's high praise from the J. Reaper says, Brother Jordan is a superstar. Yeah, he is. Our friend Mir Ahmed is here. I got him up and playing all day long. I get a thumbs up from him. The J says, I'm a normal person. You're just here to show support. You know what, though? And that's what makes it so inspiring. That you're someone, I see you working for everything you get. I see you putting in the reps to get better, healthier. I see you practicing your music. And you mentioned before that, you're doing all of this for your mental, emotional state of health. So I see you healing. Seeing a regular person, a normal person, doing that kind of stuff is what it's all about. To me, that's the most amazing thing. This is what Reaper says when he starts over every year. Comes right out, looks at the camera and says, I'm not special. You guys can do it. The Godzilla says, only the main poster gets seen. Yeah, so that's a shame that they're already giving it that kind of negative talk. Miramed says, hi, Burpee. Hello, my friend. Our friend Destiny is here. Destiny, how are you? I'm doing good today. I'm happy. I had that little, bigger than I thought when we looked at the damage. As Mocha said, large trees, huge trees, snapped like a toothpick right in our backyard, right in my backyard. And I sat there with my cats the whole time. As I mentioned, I couldn't go down into the basement because the cats didn't want to go. It was like herding cats. So I can't desert them. If they're not coming with me, then I got to stick by their side. Burpee Reaper says he don't like tacos, though. Man, that's almost unforgivable. If you take anything and make it into a taco, it's going to be significantly better. Although it's been a bit since I've had a taco. And I'm all caught up in the conversation. Hey, to our new friend Manish, if you're still here, are you a yoga practitioner? So I mentioned before that I'm not really 100% channel connecting people, but I do love when people do make a connection. So if you guys get an opportunity and you're not connected with someone, definitely check it out. Because I'm extremely fortunate in the people that stop here and have conversations with me. Everyone brings something a little different, and it expands my world a little bit more every day. What a wonderful gift that YouTube gives us to be able to do this, that everyone has equal footing of their own creativity, of their own inspiration, and the ability to share it. Of course, not everyone knows the ins and outs of how to do it. I certainly don't. I'm learning a lot. But we all have that place to start. Reaper says, that's what I'm saying, Eric. Yeah, right off the bat. Lewis calls it like it is. Basically, if you guys have excuses, check it out the door. Because, hey, if anyone had an excuse to take a year off, it was the Burpee Reaper. He easily could have said, hey guys, this isn't the year for me. everyone would have understood. Maybe a few people were disappointed, but people would say, it's been a tough year. Um, his normal comeback is now hampered by severe and significant injuries. But he didn't do that. He stepped up. And definitely check out those early July or early January videos and compare it to what he's doing now. We're talking 6 short months. And it's night and day, except for one thing. It's the same inner person. It's that same spirit. It's that same inspiration present in January, present now. That didn't change. And that's why he was able to do what he did. Our friend C. Payton is here. Kathy, how are you? Helvetica says, hey to Kathy. The only reason I gave that, normally I'm learning to skip over some highs. The only reason I did that was so I could show off the fact that I can say Helvetica. And I'm glad I was able, I hyped myself up. So I had to lay it on the line and see if I could do it. Barb says, going to give Wolf a shot and meds for home. So he's doing okay or doing better? Uh-oh. Helvetica and the Burpee Reaper. I get a feeling they might be going head to head again. So on my end, guys, it was last July. I don't know why. I got the urge to go live and just talk. And for a long time, I just talked like for 20 minutes. And I would come and I would talk about yoga and meditation. It was really nice. I was pretty much on topic the entire time. But you know, more people show up and things spread out a bit. And I love this a lot too. I can still tie things together. And that's what presents that curiosity and wonder about these live streams. How do you tie it all together? And it presents itself moment by moment by moment. Sometimes we got a troll here. Can I be kind and considerate and compassionate and yet firm at the same time with a troll? Sometimes we get debates, we get other stuff. Everything becomes a practice. And a beautiful practice. It's the thing about practices. You don't have to get them right. You just have to do your best. And your best is what you're capable of in every moment. It doesn't have to be as good as what you did yesterday or even the moment before. It just has to be what you're capable of doing right now. So yeah, my live stream started to expand and I started thinking about, hey, I wonder if I could monetize. And I won't mention it again. I don't want to put the J on the spot, but I mentioned it was him and the Reverend Terminator that inspired me. And then, of course, doing the nature shorts. Great conversations. The fellowship of beingness with destiny. All of that sort of reaffirmed what was possible on YouTube, specifically for me. But I still didn't know if I could monetize. And I'm still not 100% sure if I can monetize. Or if it'll make a difference if I do monetize. Let me catch up, and then I'll continue. Helvetica says, when I suggested the Burpee Reaper, I was telling that to Reaper, not you. But yeah, the Burpee Reaper, though, he stepped up and claimed it. Because when you're able to step up and claim something, you step up and claim it. Elijah's here. Elijah's a new friend. came in yesterday. Hey, Elijah is a fitness fanatic at the age of 11. Was it 11? I mean, we're talking serious fitness. We're talking 500 push-ups. We're talking running 17 miles. We're talking doing burpees, playing basketball, running track, relay. Helvetica says you were 26 minutes late for your walk today because of us. This is true. You guys came in on my early morning live stream, but you know what? I really enjoyed it. You guys made me laugh. 5 o'clock in the morning. It's seldom I'm even talking, let alone. Not because I'm out of it. I've already been up for almost 3 hours. But I ease into my day. Let's see. Like Azula says, I'm not really talking because I'm playing Minecraft. Hey, I appreciate you being here. So, yep, as mentioned, adding to the list of people that inspired me to see what was possible on YouTube, having a YouTube channel, our friend Destiny Forever Walks PhD. Without those early Fellowship of Beingness sessions, I would not have continued at all, honestly. So, again, having said all that, I am at 3,556 watch hours. I am, if my math is correct, the only way to know for sure is if I start taking my fingers out and then I move on to my toes. 444 watch hours to go. Now there's also 5 days. It's showing data as of June 1st. So there's 5 days in the tank, in the holding tank, and then we'll find out. I'm not there. There's no way there's that many in 5 days. Not for me. But it definitely probably puts me in the 300s. And I think I could do that in about 2 weeks. So, man, all you guys who show up every day, people who've played my playlist, people who just leave a comment, the people who inspired me along the way, thank you. It's an early thanks because, again, I don't know 100% yet if I can do it. But through the course of this year, and next month it'll be a year since I started doing live stream, actually July 1st. A vision took shape of what I wanted to do, and every day it changes a little bit, it expands a little bit, and you guys are part of it. So even if I don't monetize, if it doesn't happen, the fact that you guys showed up and helped me envision, I just need to say thanks. Mir says, sir and all my friends, thanks for your unconditional support and kindness. Save us all. And thank you as well. Again, Mir's been someone who supported me all the way. I agree with Destiny. It's you, Lewis. You own that name. You love it. And that is all. That is all that should matter. When you do 1,000 reps of anything, you earn that name. You earn the name that you want. That's 100% for sure. Signature says, let's support each other. Definitely, my friend. I hope people go visit the Signature. Take a walk with the Signature on his channel, and you won't regret it. It's a lovely experience. Elijah says, this is better than Zoom class. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Burpee Reaper says, great work, Eric. Thank you. And you know what? It is work getting those watch hours. You definitely have to work for it. But it's the most inspiring and fun work that I've done in a long time. and it all fits in seamlessly. It fits in with my writing. It fits in with my meditation practice, my breath work. It feels so seamless. And this is what I told Mocha why I would like to make just a little bit of enough money to be content, to be happy. And it doesn't take much. I'm almost always happy. Let's just say I am always happy, even through sadness, even through some light depression, even when I was suffering from anxiety and panic attacks. The thing that gets you through, get in touch with that innate joy of simply being alive, of simply existing. No matter how you feel when you wake up and you know, hey, I exist, and no reason whatsoever that I can think of that I should. The universe somehow came together for me to happen, and just say thank you. It's really hard to go back into that woe is me attitude once you've given thanks for your existence. Elijah says, just like the stream, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Destiny says, always Lewis, likewise, and family stands together. Hold each other up. Definitely. Mir says, today Goldie and Nightwatcher are not here. Goldie is here. She was up above, but she's working a 12-hour shift, so she won't always get a chance to pop in and say hi. But she's here. I mentioned before, Goldie is that loving presence that lights up the room, no matter if she types in a comment or not. And Nightwatcher is now under the name Helvetica. So, hey, Signature just dropped his link. Thank you for that, Signature. Definitely go and take a walk. Take a walk in nature with Signature. He's a warm-hearted person out in nature. It doesn't get any better than that. Elijah says, I'm here to support the whole way. Much appreciated. And hey, we're here for you on your fitness journey, my friend. Big things are going to be happening with Elijah. Mir says, Elijah, it's amazing support. And a thumbs up. Thank you, guys. So as far as live streams, we set a few ground rules. Suggestions. I don't like using the term rules, because you know what? You say rules, and certain people among us, me being first and foremost, are going to want to break them almost immediately. I've never quite sat well with rules. Suggestions, kindly worded suggestions, I'm all about. And in order to keep the chat flowing, we just keep the, I don't like using the term spam. If someone puts something out there, you know, they generally do it for a reason, and that's the opposite of spam. So we're not going to use that, but I don't have another word to use. That we sort of keep the conversation aligned. Doesn't mean it needs to be on topic, but it's aligned with the spirit of the conversation. And we do our best to make it easy for everyone to read through the comments. So there's no like getting caught way back. And it also helps keep me from falling too far behind. As anyone who's spent more than 5 minutes in any of these live streams knows that I fall behind easily, and it takes me a bit to catch up. It's a feat of endurance. And then every so often we get a fair amount of trolls. Not too often, every so often. And my suggestion was to, everyone's allowed to come in and say what they say, but if they're ever mean to anyone in the chat, then the chance is over. we'll just go ahead and delete them or, ban them 100%. However, if they come in and they're mean to me, just ignore it. And, I'm absolutely fine with it. Doesn't matter to me whatsoever. I just don't want anyone being mean to anyone here. And also, the trolls that come in just to be a disturbing influence, those we sort of leave alone as well. Because, hey, every chat needs a disturbing influence. Every conversation needs that. Is it a gadfly? Gadfly in the soup? Gadfly in the coffee? That we get to work around, work with, send love to. Maybe they'll be really creative in their trolling and they'll make us laugh. We had that early this morning. Someone coming in. We actually had two. One not funny, one was funny. So one stayed, one went. So again, those are just suggestions, things that I'm learning on how to keep the conversation flowing. So, I think I might have hit a problem. I hit a snag already. That my phone, for whatever reason, it stops picking up the conversation. So, that's why I have my desktop up. The last thing I saw was the prayer hand salute from our friend Elijah. Goldie popped in, says, "Hi there, lovely Mocha." And Mocha is indeed lovely. As is Goldie. As is everyone here. Elijah says, "I love my name, honestly." Hey, that's the thing that stood out for me. It's a strong name. It's a name with a lot of character. And you own it. You own that name. It's perfect for you. Not only that, my name is in the Bible. It certainly is. I'm the only Elijah in my family. Tree, I felt special. I was already special, but it just felt right. It gives you that sense of strength to live up to. And again, you're certainly living up to it. Destiny says hi to her dear friend Goldie. Milka says hi to lovely Goldie. Mira says hi to Milka. Let's see, doing a little bit of catching up. Kathy says, got your signature? Awesome. Yeah, you'll really enjoy it, Kathy. Elijah says, just changed my profile to me because that wasn't me, it was a friend's. We'll be checking it out. I'll definitely be checking it out. Burpee Reaper says, I will handle those, Eric. Appreciate that. I never have a doubt that the Burpee Reaper has my back. Malcolm McCarty says, crack that whip. He certainly will. Uh-oh. Burpee Reaper stepped up to the line and says, high five, Mocha. If the Burpee Reaper gets a high five, and I've yet to get one after almost 23 years, I don't know. I give up all hope. Oh, there you go. Mocha says, nope. Not going to happen. Jacob's here. Jacob, my friend. How are you? Jacob says, hey, Brother Eric, and to all, blessings. Thank you for that. Is everyone connected with Jacob? Jacob's a young man putting in work every single day. He's been working around a knee issue, getting better. How much better is it, Jacob? How are you feeling? But the fact that his knee was hurt, every day he got in the reps, no matter what. Worked around it. Didn't do burpees after he noticed that it was actually making it worse, but he was very creative and found ways to get those high reps in. Yeah, Reaper, I can't blame you for trying. You thought you could sneak it in there. Everyone was, enthusiastic. Now's the time. I tried it, man. I tried it. I tell you who I think is going to get the very first high five from Milka here. It's going to be Eric Lapointe. I don't know why. I think he's got a plan. He's putting something out there. Let's see. There's probably a way I could refresh my phone. I don't know how to do it. But it's a good thing I do have my desktop up. Signature says, I'm still here supporting you. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. I don't know if you saw that C. Payton, Kathy, is subscribed to you now. As well as everyone subscribed to Dottie. Dottie is at 140 now, and she built her channel back up person by person, connection by connection. Absolutely amazing. Goldie says, I hope you didn't miss anyone. Elijah says his picture is him shooting a basketball. I see. Perfect form. Awesome. That's great to see, Elijah. It was at basketball practice. Kathy says she's way behind her hellos. Hope everyone is having a good day. Yeah, we do our best. Signature says let's support each other. Definitely. It's definitely what it's all about. Elijah says that's why I feel good. As an 11-year-old, already making progress. Also a rapper. Hey, our friend, the Jay Jordan, is a rapper extraordinaire. He was up above. If you skim through the comments, you'll see his channel and you could subscribe to him. Elijah says the song is The Truth by Prince Elijah. I like that. Mocha's impressed. Everyone's impressed. Our friend UK Medic is here. Medic, how are you? Elijah said I just gained 5 subscribers. Awesome. Well deserved. He's going to start making basketball content. Hellcat, how are you? Hellcat is a great title for a channel. Dempsey says everything reproduces after its own kind. Wise words. Medic says he was lurking in the bushes. Let's see. Jacob says his knee is still getting better. Slowly worked out without my knee sleeves. And did some 6-count burpees today. So thank you for asking, brother. And hit the like button and support our brother Eric. Thank you for that, Jacob. I'm glad to hear that the knee is getting better and better. Medic says dropping watch hours like dandruff. Man, I'm sorry. I keep hoping and wondering if it's a glitch. It just doesn't make sense to me. Goldie says, well done, Jacob. And Goldie says, I'm sorry, Medic. I'm sorry as well. So, hey, if everyone went to visit UK Medic, and even, if you watch an hour, spend an hour watching some great nature videos, spend an hour watching some otters, or going on a spectacular tour of wherever uh, Medic takes you, whichever place he visits that holds your fancy. Uh, an hour, half an hour. See if we can make a difference for a good friend. Hellcat says that I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good, Hellcat. Medic says, stop trying. It's an impossible goal. Nahum? Nahum is here. I hope I'm saying that right. Elijah says, is it fine if I change my name? On your channel? It's absolutely what you feel called to do on your channel. If you're, that's what your heart tells you to do, support you 100%, my friend. Medic says, YouTube obviously hates me. That can't be it. It cannot be it. Milka says, Raja Elijah. Hey, I like that. Very nice. Nahum says, hi, friend. Hellcat says, hi to Miss Milka. Nahum says, what are we doing today? Right now, it's good friends catching up, sharing each other's content and stories, putting stuff out there. If anyone has a question, anything you want to, I should have something like ask an old yogi. Not that I have answers, and I definitely don't promise answers, but hey, we can always open up something for discussion. We have some truly wise people here who have seen the ups and downs of life, some to some pretty drastic degrees, so they offer some true wisdom. So I always urge people, hey, take advantage of the people that sometimes show up in these chats. We have everyone from a young superstar, Elijah, to old, never a superstar, but I've done some stuff. Not to brag. I think I might have mentioned that I've run 100 miles twice in the rain twice. I don't know if I ever told Mocha that before. Mocha, if I've ever mentioned that I've done 100 miles in the rain before. And we have some seriously wise people here. So, hey, definitely take advantage of it. Ask some questions or share something. Mir says, no, medic, you try and try. One day, you're a great YouTuber, my friend. Hey, I agree 100% with the med. 100%. Just keep. I'm a firm believer in giving up. Sort of. Meaning, give up. It's good to have that goal. It's good to have that we're shooting for results. At the same time, give up caring if you make it and just keep doing the stuff that you love to do. And I know how heartbreaking it is for Medic because he puts 100% of his heart and soul in each and every video, each and every one that he does. There's no half-assing it. It's not no video on a whim. he might go live on a whim and put out a spectacular live event, but the videos themselves, the content, it's state of the art, the best out there. And to feel, as he's mentioned before, that YouTube is profiting off of his content and he doesn't even get the recognition that they're profiting, it's truly heartbreaking. But yeah, as our friend Mir said, you just try and you try and try. There'll be a breakthrough. There'll definitely be a breakthrough. The Godzilla says, what should I build in Minecraft? I got to tell you something. I don't actually know. I have lots of friends who play Minecraft, lots of people I subscribe to. I don't know what Minecraft is. I should be a little embarrassed to even say that. I know our friend Noble plays Minecraft. Nahum says, hi, friend. Kathy says, I have a lot going on, but I'll try to help you as much as I can, Medic. Thank you for that, Kathy. And Nahum gives us a interesting sound. I don't know if he wanted me to read that. I don't think that I can. I could try. I don't think it would be worth giving it a try, to be honest with you. Ahmed says, it's possible if we each support each other, my friend. I agree, 100%. This is why I have Mir up and running, for lots of reasons. The same reason why I keep UK Medic up and running, because it's a beautiful channel that at any odd moment of my day, I can dive into and just enjoy what I see. Medic says, it's okay, Kathy. I've pretty much given up trying. I'm close to kill myself with 8 live hours for the YouTube slave machine. 8-hour lives, sorry. Nahum says, how do you feel today? I feel pretty good. You know, some of the things that have been bothering me, back issue, seem to be clearing up, little by little. I tell you what, even a slightly pain-free life is an improvement. I mentioned before Dan Harris, who was a news correspondent with, I think, CBS, I think, maybe it was ABC, who suffered an on-air panic attack and thought his career was over because he was afraid to get in front of the camera again, discovered meditation. And he wrote a book called 10% Happier. And when he was asked, why 10%? He said, because viewing his panic attack, his anxiety that ensued afterwards, as well as the depression that sunk in, meditation helped him be about 10% happier. When you are sunk in the very lows of depression, 10% is no small thing. 10% can be the difference of life and death for some people. So to be 10% more pain-free, I'll take it, guys. I'll take it. So thank you for asking, Nahum. Elijah said you've done some stuff. You're good at something. I have done some stuff. Thank you, Elijah. Quite a bit of stuff. You know, I'm 59 years old. I've had a full and active life. I think I'm 11 days away from doing 900 days of burpees every single day. Kathy says, don't give up. Medic, please. I agree 100% with Kathy. Nahum says, everyone's so nice. We try. Well, you know what? I'll take that back. We are nice. Everyone here is nice. It's not even a matter of trying. It's a matter of being. That's the big difference. Are you trying to be nice, or are you just nice? Nice comes easy and natural. You don't have to try. You just relax. That's a big thing, relaxing. You're not going to be nice if you can't relax. It'll just be an act. Mocha says, ice rain. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was ice and rain. Medic says, I ran a bath today. Does that qualify for a high five? It qualifies a high five from me, not from Mocha. Mocha does not give high fives. The question is, what did you do after you ran the bath? Did you get in the tub? Did you do some laps? Did you swim some bathtub laps? Elijah says, I don't like to give up. You know what? I agree. It's a difference, though. What I mean by giving up is that you give up the mental strain, and then you do it just for the sake of love, because you love what you're doing. Hey, I've quit races. My very first 100-mile race, I only got 66 miles in, and I had to call it a day. I was hurting. I went out too fast. I was trying to do a sub 24. I shouldn't have. But one thing that I found when I did finally complete 100-mile races, there's something there after you give up, when you're out of willpower. And that's pure spirit. That's 100% love. When you give up the ego gratification, the ego is always saying more, more, more. When you give that up, you're carried by inspiration itself. You're carried by love. We could say you're carried by God. That's when, in AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, they say, let go and let God. Hey, giving up. I gave up drinking, only to open my life up to something larger than it was before. So it's all about how you reframe something. Giving up also gives you another opportunity. I don't think anyone really likes it, but sometimes life brings us down to our knees. And when you're on your knees, what do? You pray. And that's when everything changes. So yeah, it's just a different way of looking at it. Nahum says, I miss my friend. My friend died 4 months ago. I'm sorry, my friend. I lost and about 4 months ago as well. Now, well, March, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. My best friend from high school, absolute best friend, spent every single day with him, passed away. He had a cardiac arrest while he was driving. Left behind 2 daughters, just starting college. One still in high school, one entering college, and a wife. So I understand your loss. Nothing like losing a friend. Kathy says, I would check you out. To Mir, awesome. Beautiful channel. Absolutely beautiful. Love the birds. Jacob says, nothing can hold us up forever. No matter what comes our way, our passion for something we enjoy is going to open up to great rewards in the future. Keep working and believe in yourself. Awesome positive message from our friend Jacob, who's living it, demonstrates it every single day. Check out his videos. You want to see someone who is hard at work. That's Jacob. Goldie says, I'm sorry for your loss. I am too. Mocha says, she absolutely loved the fragrant spring wildflowers like honeysuckles. I agree. Awesome smell. I have often seen Mocha stop and just enjoy the fragrance for just a few moments before going on with the walk. Important things to do. Seemingly little things presenting themselves in life. Just stop for a moment and appreciate them. To me, the greatest prayer. Appreciation. We're given a wonderful world. To just stop, let it all sink in, Let's see. Malcolm's giving hugs. Everyone is sending out condolences. Nahum says, thanks so much. I miss my friend. I know you do. MF Dreadson is here. Hello, my friend. How are you? How are your workouts going? Hey, Elijah, check out MF Dreadson, his channel. And check out Jacob. And check out the Burpee Reaper. These guys are putting in big, big reps. Something to aspire to. Nahum says my friend's name is Alexis. Hey, sending prayers to your friend Alexis. And again, sorry for your loss. Jacob says, salute to brother MR Dreadson. Hey, Jacob, you'll really enjoy his channel. The hymn says, thanks so much, bro. I will miss my friend. Yeah, we do. Forever. But you know what? It's the fact that we get to miss them shows how much they meant to us. The place that they have in the heart, and they'll always be there. They will always be in your heart. Hellcat says hi to Dreadson. And I'm just about all caught up. Nahum says, thanks so much. Too nice. You're welcome, my friend. We are definitely there. We are definitely there for you. That's another thing about these live streams is that I guarantee you everyone here on this live stream has lost someone, something that they cared tremendously about, someone that they cherished above all. So we've been through what you're going through, and that we can't make you feel better, but we can offer you love and support as you go through what we've all gone through. Nam says, I have cool videos. And that is why, my friend, I have your channel up so I can check it out. Usually, I just pop in and I skim through while we're still doing the live stream, and then I go and I spend time. You have a new subscriber from me, and I'm happy to dive in. I'm happy to give you some support as well. Nahum says, bye all. Take care, my friend. Mer says, Nahum, you are off your comments, my friend. Barb says, we are home and they gave Wolf meds and shots. So, everything's okay? Aside from the med and the shots? You were in my prayers, definitely for sure, Barb. You and Wolf. So this is what I mean that, you know, hey, we could put anything we want in the chat and find a way of weaving in some content that can inspire and uplift, maybe even slightly wise. I'm not one to really claim wisdom. I'm just not sure if it's something in that sense that I possess. Not that I haven't learned a whole lot through life, but I don't know, have I learned anything of value for other people? And I don't try to, hopefully, I don't try to present it that way to other people. What I do try to do is just that moment by moment intuitive sense of um, what to offer, going by the heart. I go by going back to Carlos Castaneda when he said, before you go any endeavor, just ask yourself, does this path have a heart? And if it does, you proceed 100%. How often do we ever stop and ask ourselves that kind of question? Does this path have heart? Do we tune into the heart center? According to yogic wisdom, it is the heart center that is our true God connection. It's the heart center that's the wisdom of the body. We always think it's the brain calling the shots. The brain is the director, but the creative content itself, the intelligence of the body, comes from the heart. And you can actually, science now can show the electrical field produced by the heart. We can see that light. We're truly, truly interior as well as exterior creatures of light, made from stardust. And so no matter how we look at it, whatever origin that we believe the universe takes shape, biblically speaking, clay, molded by the hand of God, and then breathed, very breath of God bringing us to life. So clay is made up of elements that came from the Big Bang, which happened. I'm not saying anyone needs to believe the Big Bang. I always liken it more to a big whoosh, because that big whoosh is the sound of God's breath expanding the universe. And even if you go by that little singularity of energy that expanded into the universe itself, what caused the expansion? What whispered, leaned close to that pure singularity of nothingness and said, expand. Anyway, from that moment, the Big Bang produced everything that was needed for the very clay of our creation that was breathed into life by the breath of God. Light. We are literally made of light. The light of God. So, have I fallen behind? Nahum says bye to all. Goodbye, my friend. We'll be thinking about you. And let's see, I looked through with Barb. Barb says tomorrow he has to get x-rays. Let us know. We'll send out some positive vibes, some prayers, and some love. Barb says, I'm hurting also. But I do that each day. Just keep going and pray for relief. Barb does keep going. And you know what? She keeps going joyfully. Merce says, stay blessed, dear Barb. Laradox is here. Laradox, how are you? Oh, you know what? Laradox was in earlier. And he asked a question. I don't remember if I answered Laradox. Laradox asked what I thought of his new logo. Actually, I did answer. And I said I like that. And I mentioned as well that I like the content that you've been putting out. Barb says, I have never seen Wolf in so much pain. Man, my heart goes out to him. My heart goes out for you as well. To see a loved one suffering like that it's heartbreaking. This is what I meant to our young friend Nahum, that you have a gathering like this, and you're going to be with people who have experienced everything, the everythings of life. In the Tao Te Ching, they call it the 10,000 things. Just a metaphor of all the stuff that life is consisting of. When none of us are going to escape heartache, none of us are going to escape the loss of a loved one, none of us are going to escape everything that life can give us. And you know what? That doesn't even diminish life one iota at all. In fact, it enhances life. We were given heartache to experience. We were given sorrow, we were given grief, we were given the highs and the lows, all of it given, which means a gift. It certainly doesn't feel like a gift when it's happening, but you know what? Barb's heart aching when she sees her loved one suffer or walk beside, I love that expression, is because she loves. If she didn't love, do you think she would be suffering alongside her walk beside? You think she'd be suffering alongside Wolf? It's the amount of love that she has in her heart that allows her to suffer. What a beautiful gift that we've been given. I can't overstate that enough. So, let me catch up. Not too far behind. We've seen worse. We've all seen me fall behind quite a bit. Helka says, how old is Nahum? I actually don't know. I said young friend because I'm 59, and almost everyone is a young friend when you're 59. With the exception of a few people, and they're old friends. But yeah, I don't know. I like that expression, young friend. And it's all relative. Hey, I mentioned I had a tornado in my backyard. Could have been scary, but I was actually too sleepy to be scary. I was a little shaken up because you could hear the trees literally snapping. And when it hit, everything sort of sounded like a freight train going by. But we lost some trees, and these trees were here, and they were old when I was a kid. So everything being relative, 59, you know, it ain't so bad, and it ain't so old either. Also considering, I just talked about the creation of the universe and the stuff that we are made from, each and every one of us, is ancient, beyond ancient, timeless, eternal. Came from before there was such a thing as time. How's that sound? Every single one of us here are actually the same age. The birth of creation itself. From the breath of God. Every single one of us. Hellcat says, how old? Oh, I already answered that. And who is the youngest here then? Probably Godzilla's 12. So either Elijah, who is back, says, sorry I left. That's okay, my friend. These are long live streams, so I definitely don't expect everyone to stay for the whole time. Either Elijah at 11 or the Godzilla at 12. We once had a truly young and truly good friend, Flower, who has left us for reasons of her own, who was the youngest, incredibly wise, compassionate, caring young person. She is missed, by the way. Thought I'd put that out there, that she is missed. She's going to be 12 in really just a few days. I know her birthday was in June. So she would probably be still the youngest or tied. Hey, Elijah, when's your birthday? When are you going to be 12? Mer says, Barb, once again, prayers for your relief, dear. Thank you for that, Mer. Mer says, youngest is Hellcat. Did Hellcat say how old he or she was? Barb says, thank you so much to Mer. So appreciated. Let's see. Neurodoc says, guys, you know it's supposed to be Pride Month, but I think there should be a Jesus life for everyone. The two don't have to be mutually exclusive. The reason why we have a Pride Month is because for so very long, it's literally outlawed to love the person that you loved. This is the way of saying for an entire month. It's not to separate things or separate people. It's to say that we've evolved, that we now see the error of our ways, and that everyone has the right to love whoever it is that they love. Elijah says October 24th. So you will be 12 in October. Mocha's birthday is October 16th. Mocha says, definitely not me. Let's see. Mir says, sorry. Maybe, my friend. Hellcat says, why do you think she left? She never said. Never said. Why do I think? I don't know. It's not for me to speculate, you know, to put something like that I would have no way of knowing. It would do that person a disservice. Speculating is never the thing. It's never the thing itself. So you just kind of hint around the surface. But of course, she's always welcome, anytime, and always. No explanation needed unless she wanted to put out an explanation. But it's not expected, and it's definitely not needed. Kathy says, Paradox, not everyone feels the way you do. I have nothing against the, let's see. I agree with Kathy, of course. You know, we could think of Jesus is the way for those who Jesus is the way for. But there's infinite paths. Every path will lead to God. So why would we ever limit God? Why would we ever say that it has to be this way? That we're putting our own concepts, our own restraints, our own lack of imagination on the way God should express himself or herself. In the Tao is the great mother as well as the great father. How, you know, you could even say, how dare we limit God in any way, saying this is the only way it should be because I believe it. How egotistical is that? Love God beyond the ego. Love God with heart, soul, and spirit. If that's not the same thing. Kathy finishes, says nothing against them. Mocha says, can't truly appreciate the light without the darkness, without some darkness. Very true. Let's see. Mer says, okay, my friend, stay blessed. My best wishes. Mer says, see Peyton, thanks, my friend. Hellcat says, very true, Miss Mocha. Godzilla says, I have to go. Bye. And please comment on the vids. I have you up. And I'm going to talk for about 9 minutes. I tried going for the 2-hour mark lately. I'm no UK medic. I haven't done a 4-hour, haven't done an 8-hour. Our friend Noble has done a 12-hour. Our friend Mayhem and Miracles, Masha, regularly, almost on a daily basis, will do 4 or 5 times a week, very often. 2, 3, 4, 5-hour, 6-hour live streams. I think if I attempted to do a 4-hour live stream, that the entire YouTube community and industry would collectively donate to get me to shut up. So Godzilla, I will be checking you out. And oh, and by the way, Godzilla, just saying goodbye. I also appreciate you coming in and spending time. Let's see. So I mentioned when I hit that 2-hour mark. What do you guys want to throw out there to talk about for 8 minutes, 7 minutes? Put it out there, whatever it is. Elijah said I'm going to go. I do something where I have my parents take me to play basketball practice, and I do it until my feet hurt. One time my hands were bleeding. That's some serious dedication, Elijah. I got to agree with Kathy Payton. Be careful. It's obviously something that you love. Sometimes when we love something like that so much, we give it our all, and it can definitely be painful. So sometimes you need to be on that edge, work up until that point where you feel tired, and then pull back a little bit so that you can keep doing it every day. You don't want to burn out on something. Elijah says, "Oh no, I'm working on it." Awesome. I know you know what you're doing. You're a smart young man. You're dedicated. As mentioned before, we have some great athletes here. Some people who train and put in some serious reps, and you're one of them. Feel free whenever you see someone like the Jay Jordan, especially him because he's also a rapper. But when you see the Burpee Reaper, when you see Jacob, if you see Runner Boy, if you see our friend Destiny, who does amazing work on the treadmill, with a kettlebell, with bands, rope jumping, with the kangaroo boots, definitely reach out. Ask them some questions. Elijah said also would like to help you with welcoming people that are new coming in. Hey, I always appreciate the help. 100%. As mentioned, as I often mention, I fall behind pretty quickly. So we have 5 minutes. Questions, comments, topic of interest. Another thing, going for that 2-hour mark, we get to help our friend Goldie out, who was working, putting in a huge, huge work day, 12 hours. Although I think normally with her 10-hour sessions, we take her right up to that point. Um, so I don't know when we end if she'll still have 2 hours to go. Goldie is here. Elijah says something like maybe. Goldie says you're supposed to watch the sky. Um, for tornadoes. Elijah, very kindly, sir. To see more content, feel free to ask questions and enjoy. Thank you for that, Elijah. What a good friend. Says that sounds good. That sounds perfect. Hellcat says, how long did you know Flower for? I guess it's probably been about 3, maybe 4 months. But you know, when you're friends with someone, doesn't matter time. Time is sort of secondary. What matters is the friendship that you share. For me, the support that she gave, and hopefully, you know, me and the whole community offered support as well. It is important that you know, we think in terms of if I give, now you give. Life doesn't always work that way. Friends don't always work that way. Friendships don't always work out. It's definitely has to be a giving and caring relationship, but sometimes some people need a little more at one time, a little less at other times. That's just speaking of, you know, allowing some space. Let's still let's fire up the old Google machine. If I go over 2 hours, that's absolutely fine. Have you guys ever read Khalil Gibran, the Prophet? It's a wonderful book of wisdom. Poetic. Beautiful. This is what Gibran in the wonderful book The Prophet said about friendship. He did quite a bit. But this is the ending of it. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? Seek him always with hours to live. For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. I love this part. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. I'm going to read that one more time, and that'll take us right up to about the 2-hour mark. I'll read the last 2 lines. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. I'm not sure. Gibran was Lebanese. I don't remember if he wrote the Prophet in Lebanese or if he wrote it in English. I know he was living at one time, I believe, in the United States. I don't know if there's any pretty words in the entirety of the English language, in any language. And I'm going to include Shakespeare in that. And I'm going to read it one more time. And it'll definitely take us over 2-hour mark. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. In my wedding ceremony, we had words from the prophet on love, on marriage, in there. So, let me catch up real quick. Hellcat says, how often did she come to your lives? Every single day. Always here waiting. And then one day she wasn't. Mur says, yes, sir. Elijah said, I'm moderating on almost every stream channel that I'm also sub to. Awesome. Jacob says, much love to you, brother Eric, and to all. Salute. Salute, my friend. 100%. Kathy says, take care, Jacob. Mur says, sir, I am with you, but my cell phone is on charging. That's okay, my friend. I'm getting ready to call it an afternoon. I'll be back in about 2 hours. A little over 2 hours. Hey, if anyone's up for it, I see that our friend Laradux just went live. Go visit. Spend some time with Laradux. Don't forget to mention Jesus. Eric LaPointe says, another great live. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you, Eric. And hey, man, thank you for those turtle videos. They were awesome. Guys, check out the turtles. Go visit Eric LaPointe. Elijah says, only because I support and help is why I get the moderator. I can see that. War of Spice, Vincent is here. Says, hey, y'all. Vincent, how are you? Hey, Vincent, you're going live tonight, right? This evening? Getting ready to call it a day, my friend. But if you are going live, I'm going to look for you. We'll have you up and running. Yes, I am. Awesome. I'm going to be looking for the notification. Guys, make sure you're subscribed to Horror of Spice. Go check them out. Great, great live streams. It's a lot of fun. You're sitting and you're hanging out with friends. You get to partake in a movie, as well as a hot sauce review, as well as maybe partake in some bud, if that is your thing. Elijah says, I love turtles. Oh yeah, you gotta love turtles. You can't help but love turtles. Turtles are the cows of the reptile world. Eric LaPointe, if you're still here, you can quote me on that. Hellcat says, bye, Yogi. Goodbye, Hellcat. Says hi to Vincent. Cody says hi there to Horror of Spice. Horror of Spice says turtles are awesome. Yes, they are. Hey, Goldie, I hope you helped with your day a little bit. I think you would have another 2 hours to go, or a little less. We'll be thinking of you. And, man, you earned that day off tomorrow, that's for sure. So, guys, they're actually firing up the chainsaws again to get rid of the trees. Definitely sad. Again, I grew up with these trees. Trees are definitely our friends. Definitely my friends. So, with that, everyone, Elijah gives us the fist. I think that's how it goes, right? Says, I love your streams. Thank you. You know what? They're all about you guys. A live stream is only as good as the people that show up. I'm just the guy reading comments. But I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. I got to go. I'll see everyone later. I'll be back in like 2-ish hours. Hey, go check out Laradux. He is up and live streaming it.